Boom, we're recording. Let's figure out why this music stopped. There we go. All right, sir, I'm going to snag that machine from you. Yeah, and then you are good to go. Not, maybe the tall one, yes. So you're just good to get right after. The rags, or it was just your work ethic is going 5 times faster than the freshman. And we're using this, which all of them. Have you found that one works better than another, or are they all about the same?
Since when the stuff comes on, it's gumming up this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you scrub counter to that, right,
A little bit better.
Scrub this way, it comes off a little bit easier, but.
And then you can move whatever you need to move. Yeah. Or I can hop on that other side. Yeah.
That works good. Everything's pretty much the same.
Yes, sir. Correct. And so I can show you how to do that as well. All right, sir, this is going to kind of get calibrated and tilted in. We'll go about 6 swings, and we'll get a couple rounds in on the fastball, and we'll go 6 swings around, a couple rounds off the curveball, okay? All right, I'll let you see one real quick. Whee! One more. All right, let's shoot one more. Come down. All right, you ready to roll? All right, let's do it. Two more. Last one. Take a breath. Now, whatever adjustments you think you need to make, that's a part of this evaluation process. All right, so I've worked with and I've hit with a lot of athletes. All right, I've seen athletes come in here and swing and miss at every single ball in the assessment and become some of the best athletes I've worked with. I've also seen some guys come in here that look incredible in the assessment, and then they never get any better because they don't put any of the work in. So this assessment isn't necessarily saying like if you do well in here, this is your trajectory. If you do poor in this assessment, this is your trajectory. It's just saying like, what do we need to work on, right? So I'm evaluating what warm-up do you have if you have one. right? Are we doing drills that make sense? Are we doing drills that we see on TikTok? Are we doing drills that we saw another teammate do one time? When we come in, if we do struggle, are we making adjustments? Is this something where we do the exact same thing 60 times in a row? Do we make a change halfway through, 10 swings through? I just kind of want to see, like, what does Anthony do if I wasn't here at all? So that way we can make the most adjustments out of that, okay? All right, you ready? All right. There we go. One sec. Let me get a sensor on you. I got blast motion set up, but didn't get a sensor on you. Lights and get a little water. Oh, let's see your bat. So this is called blast motion.
Yeah, my sister had one of these when she was in high school.
Nice. There we go. Turn around, looking up, you're looking down. All right, we'll start the round over. Great adjustments. Keep doing it. All right, kid, 3 more. There you go. Last one. There you go. Take a breath. All right, now I'm going to set up the curveball for us. All right, we're good to go. Oh, actually, one sec. That's right. This needs to be 55 curveball. One sec. I lied. Not 65 curveball. Shooting. All right, let's roll. There you go. What up, dude? Close. Leo, this is Anthony. Anthony, this is Leo. This is probably one of the 2 athletes I've worked with the longest. This is Anthony's first session, getting in an assessment. Yeah. There you go. 7th grade. When did you start, Leo? Sixth. I think it's your 6th grade summer going into 7th. So he's right there. Close. 2 more and we'll take a breath. Last one. Good. Take a breath, dude. How are those feeling? Nice. I used your data in my meeting today with Full Swing. So literally all of them have your entire data sheet. And we were going like full dissection mode and everything. Have you looked at it? Yeah, I looked at it. Do you see all the tabs? Go pull up all the different tabs you have. Because I literally made a thing called full swing potential. And that's literally like, because I get every data point, that's like literally, and there's more that we can technically do. I just didn't get enough time. But like, we'll be able to self-identify pitch types because we have speed and spin rate. So like a pitch at this speed with this spin is going to be a fastball. Pitch with this speed and this spin is going to be a two-seam. Pitch with this speed and this spin is going to be a slider. So we'll be able to start identifying how you did off of sliders, off of lefty curves, off of righty change.
So,
and then scroll all the way down. There. Look at all those tabs.
God.
So those are all of the different things that. Oh yeah, that's an old one. That's
full swing left-handed pitcher.
yeah. So that's all the swings that you did off a lefty, but go all the way to the full swing potential.
Full swing right hand, full swing two. Full swing potential whiffs. Full swing. Is this potential? No, it's just full swing. There.
Scroll out a little bit, zoom out, and that's literally everything that we can look up.
Pitch speed, pitch spin, exit velo, launch angle, exit direction, bat speed, hit spin, distance, smash factor, potential smash factor, potential velo.
For your top base, regular, non-top base, whiffs, takes.
Pitch speed, pitch spin, everything.
All right, how are we feeling?
Good.
Let's get another round in the curveballs. We're doing a really good job with that. Let's get another round in on that, and then we'll get a pick, and then we'll kind of go from there, okay? Da, 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 da. AJ, I have a question for you. You text me at 5:27 and said, I have a question. Do you prefer if I wear shorts or pants? I responded within 1 minute. And then you responded, sorry, I already left.
Playing with my dog Tucker, and I didn't look at my phone for, 20 minutes?
Okay. Next text is, I already left. You're good with either, but I was like, did I just like take forever to respond or what? Nope. Responded within 1 minute. There you go. Close. 3 more. Good. Last one here. Good, dude. Great job. Let's go ahead. Let's get a pick. And then, Leo, could you grab the empty white bucket in the other cage for me? I was using the black empty bucket to put all the taped balls in. And then I also changed the strike zone setup. I'm using the tees now instead of the bucket. Thank you.
Still bent.
Oh, yeah. And then we can use this guy to get a pick, okay? Are you in 7 or no? As usual. Immediate. So this is the new thing that we have to do, or that I have to do. So you get done with this, save. Now we go up to here, share CSV. Now I have to send myself the CSV to get all the fucking data.
Will it be easier to get the data? Or
It's not necessarily.
and stuff, or?
Yeah, well, because it's either I do this or I don't get the top 8th at all.
So if you do this, you'll get the top 8. If not, you have to go through every swing and.
Well, I have to go through every swing still. But like the only other option is either click on here and give me the top 50 or nothing. So it's like it's extra work just to get all of it. But yes sir. It's just more, you know. And I talked with him today, and they with how much I've been helping. So do you know what an API is? Essentially, it's like a thing is like a link. So like when I was at Driveline, we had APIs with Blast Motion. So like every single night, your account would be attached to your Driveline account, and it would automatically upload all the data from Blast into that. So it's like an automatic automatic polling indicator or something like that. So like it just automatically adds. Well, Full Swing is with spring training coming up, and you're good, bub. We'll hop out and we'll do a little chit chat. With spring training coming up and college baseball, they're needing to get this, but they're needing to get the API out so that way college and pro teams can use it. I don't have a way to use an API. So I was like, what the hell, you guys? And the one dude's like, I'll tell you what, like, since you've been helping, I'll make a special API for you, and this will be your home dashboard. And yep. And then they go, would you be willing to be our beta tester for the dashboard? I was like, yes. So I'm going to be the one testing all of the API for all the pro teams before spring training. Yeah. How are you doing, Gilio? Doing well, sir. Thank you for asking. All right, sir, come on over. Go ahead, pop a squat. All righty. So, let me figure out. Big boy, can't agree. I know, they be ripping like crazy these days. All right, sir. So, I haven't completed it yet, but this is essentially down here. All of these are the averages for all of my 7th and 8th graders that have come in here. All right. Now, I have it separated by month 1, month 2. You see all those names that are on there? Those are all the data points I put in. So like these averages are, it's not like this was one kid that came in and that's basing off my average. This is off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 12 kids in there. All right. So heavy data set. Let's go through. Let me hit this guy. Okay. Let's see. Where's my magic pencil? Let me switch to this guy to takeaways. There we go. Have to make you your own account. New image. Loosen up my balance pay. New. Anthony. Last name VACC. Image. There we go. And then I'm going to project this. Ooh, I like this. Yeah. Ha ha ha. And Anthony, if you want to come over and be in this, feel free. We're just going to go over all of his data and where he kind of compares that. What's up, Finn? How you doing today, dude? Doing well, sir. Thank you for asking. Yeah? Let's go. Let's see here. I apologize. Did we get your height and weight yet? Okay, let's go over and do that. Sorry. I called you all the way over just for us to take a quick moment. Finn, this is Anthony. Anthony, Finn. Nick, this is Anthony. Anthony, Finn. All right, Nick. Sorry. Go ahead, stand up on the scale for me. Okay. Back up against the wall.
Shoes off.
Nope, you're good. We cheat here. Okay, walk. Money. Gotta take a picture of this real fast before they fill the rest of this out. So we got 510, 144.1. Let me erase these. Every man's dream. Money, sir. I'll meet you back over at my corner. What up, Tom?
Hello.
How are you? Doing well, sir. Thank you for asking. Alrighty, sir. So what I'm writing on the iPad will be over here, okay? And then, like I said, this is so far what I've collected in facilities. So I was showing him. I'm going through and I'm collecting like lifetime averages of all the players I've worked with by grades. So this is the average 7th and 8th grader when they hit in here. So like average bat speed, average exit velocity, average max exit velocity, all that fun jazz. So that way you can kind of just see like where does he rank amongst those guys right now. So, his will be up on this guy. So I got kind of two different things going on. I apologize. But let's see here. Average bat speed today, we got 52.9. Average rotation was 8.5. Average attack was 2. All right, so already doing a better job than the average athlete in here. All right, in 7th and 8th grade. So your average bat speed was 52.9 today. In here, on average, it's about at 48. All right, so we're above average when it comes to bat speed. Bat speed is a very important metric. So for every 1 mile an hour of bat speed we have, we can gain up to 1.2 miles an hour in exit velocity. For every 1.2 miles an hour of exit velocity we can gain up to 7 feet in distance. So if there's ever been a ball that you've struck and you're like, man, I hit that so well, and a guy just barely catches it, or a ball just barely hits the fence. In theory, if you have 1 mile an hour of more bat speed into contact, that ball gets out of the ballpark, or that ball is getting over their head, whatever it is. All right. Are you a big baseball watcher?
I mean, sometimes, like shorts, I see a lot, but like I don't really watch like full games very often.
I gotcha. A few years ago in the World Series, when the Rangers were playing, Adolis Garcia had a ball that he had hit out. His bat speed was like 74 miles an hour. MLB average is 72, so above MLB average. Was on a 98 mile an hour sinker coming inside. He swung and barely deflected it. It went 324 feet. The fence was like 320. Barely snuck out. The only reason he was able to hit the ball out is because of how fast he was moving. If he hits that just kind of going like this, even if he squares it up, ain't going nowhere. All right. So there's a lot of value in the ability to be able to swing the bat fast. So you're doing a better job than the average athlete in their 7th and 8th grade that I work with. So like we're above average when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. Now, the other thing that we're going to look at, rotational acceleration. So you averaged an 8.5. The average athlete in here, that's going to be this number right here, is at 6.4. And I'll see if I can blow this up a little bit for us. Sorry. So average for them is 6.4. So rotational acceleration is essentially how fast are we getting to that bat speed. So the thing is like a minivan and a Corvette. Both of those can go 50 miles an hour. But the Corvette's going to get to 50 miles an hour like that, where the minivan takes a long time to build up into. You want higher. And so essentially it's just saying like how fast are we rotating, the acceleration of how quickly we're getting to that number. And so a lot of the time you'll see players that have a really high bat speed but a low rotation. Those are going to be the guys that swing out of their shoes and hit the fastball 1,000 feet, but then every time a curveball gets thrown at them, they swing and miss and spin out of their shoes. That's because they can't make that decision very quickly. So the moment they see that ball out of the hand and it looks like it's supposed to be down the middle, they're going and they can't stop because they have to get started so early. Someone that has a really high rotational acceleration, so like you're at an 8.5 compared to a 6.4, you're going to be able to allow that pitch to be travel a little bit longer. So if it is a curveball, instead of you making the decision out of the hand, now you're making that decision after it starts to break a little bit more. So now you're able to rotate to the ball faster than others and also have better bat speed than others. So you're kind of at a really good spot. It's like a double positive for you with that. I like that a lot. Now, this is where I'm going to start saying some of the bad stuff. All right. Our bat path. So you had an average attack angle of 2, where these guys, and I'm not saying that these guys is better. Okay. Now, this is going to be a better number, but just because this is what the guys in here are averaging doesn't automatically mean that that's better when it's coming to bat path. Okay. Now, they're at a 10.6 where you're at a 2. And what that is looking at, attack angle, and I'm going to kind of draw down in this little white space down here. So attack angle is looking at the angle which your bat is moving. So if this is you, Anthony, and here is that stupid pitcher on the rubber. You like that? There's going to be this angle of that pitch coming down because they're throwing above their head on a mound down to your knees. So on average, that's going to be at a -8 descent angle. What that means is, as a hitter, for us to be on plane with this, what I mean by on plane, if that black line is the pitch, let's say the green is our bat path, if you notice, this is perfectly on plane, it matches. So even if you're late on the pitch and you make contact way back here, you're still on plane with the pitch and you can foul it off. If you're super early and make contact way out here, you're still on plane and you can still make contact with that pitch. You are, and this would be, this green line is going to be a +8 attack angle because your bat is moving up. Okay. The pitch plane is at -8. So we want to be the reverse of that pitch. So if the pitch is at -8, we want to be at a +8. You are at a 2. So that means your bat path is more like that, a lot more flatter. Not the worst thing in the world, all right? 2's not a horrible spot to be at. The bigger issue is going to be, and I don't have it written on there yet, but this vertical bat angle, this bottom number right here, is -22, where these guys is going to be at a -27. So this is kind of like bat speed and rotational acceleration. If you're just looking at one metric, it's not telling the full story. So just because you have really good bat speed doesn't mean you can rotate well. Just because you can rotate well doesn't mean you have good bat speed. They are kind of attached to each other, but they're not reliant on each other. Same thing with attack angle and vertical bat angle. So attack angle is going to look at the angle of which the bat is moving through the strike zone. So this would be a positive attack angle. This would be a negative attack angle. This would be a 0. Vertical bat angle is looking at the angle of that bat as you're moving through the zone. 0 is going to be perfectly flat. -90 is going to be directly straight down. We're looking for somewhere more like a -30, because what that is going to do, when we have this angle, as I'm reaching out to the pitch, I am able to keep my bat going towards the pitcher. When I am very flat, closer to that -20 number, now I'm just going to go in and out of the zone. So it's very difficult for me to be able to keep my bat moving towards the pitcher because of how flat this is.
So you're basically making the sweet spot like a bigger, like.
With more VBA, yes. So you know how we've talked a lot about how we stand up as we swing? What's the drill I was having you do at the practice the other day?
Like here and then going down?
Yes. So what is happening is, because you are standing up, you start here, but as you swing, we stand up, and as that happens, notice how my bat is now flat. So now I'm getting this action. Notice how you kill all parts of the ground in front of the plate, how you just smoke everything straight into the ground. That's because as you swing, we're coming up this way, your bat path is going here. So as that ball is coming in, you think your barrel is going to be there, but because you're standing up, it's going this way. So that's where we get that rollover and going over that ball over and over and over. Does that make sense? So VBA, this vertical bat angle, is going to be what's going to help you maintain that angle and turn those balls that you're rolling over to the shortstop and the third baseman into balls that are going over the left fielder's head. That's also going to turn those balls that are away on the plate, driven into the right center gap, rather than like a swing and miss right now. Does that make sense? Okay. Now I am going to have to pull up a very, yes, sir. No worries. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. This one if able. Yeah. Or actually, I apologize. I'll switch you. That guy, if you could do that one. Thank you. Money. Now, when you, as you're going to be keep coming in here, you also are going to get access to this. So I can send this to you as a link. You're also going to get your own data page like this as well. So that way, every single month that we go through is going to kind of walk through. So it's going to kind of look like this.
Except it's not going to go through the average. It's going to be like.
Yeah. So this is what yours will look like. So we have, he's been coming a long time. So you have like November, December, January, February, and it'll be split out like that month by month. Once you come in for 9 months, then we'll create an average of those first 9 months. So this was like his average bat speed the first 9 months. And then this is what his bat speed was in the month of August. You see that giant jump, right? So that way we can kind of get an idea of like, where were we at? Are we getting better? Are we getting worse? All that fun jazz. Same page?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So top exit velocity. Let's see here. Let me find average. Average exit velocity is 67.5. Seven o'clock. One sec, Gilio. Anthony, you're good. They're about to start hitting. You're good, brother. I appreciate you. You're good. Your dad's a gem, by the way. Huge. It takes me forever because I have to stop doing all the other stuff just to do that. So average exit velocity is 67.5. Let's see, what is 12% of, what is 12% of 25? 3. So let's see what the top 3 are. 77 with a max of 78. Average launch angle, 7.7. Top 8th launch angle, -2. Average exit direction, -5. Top 8th exit direction, -9. All right, so now we're going to be able to kind of look at the rest of these. So average exit velocity, 67.5. For my guys, let's bring it back to lifetime. Their average exit velocity is 58. So a little bit higher on the average exit velocity. Great job. Average 7th and 8th graders is 58.4 exit velocity. His was 67.5, so did a good job there. Top 8th exit velocity. So that was looking at the hardest, the top 12% of your hardest hits. What did those balls do? So those are what we consider like barreled balls, okay? So yours is 77. Theirs is 67.3. Great job. Your max today was 78. Theirs is 71.1. All right, so pretty much when you make contact, numbers are way better than everybody else, right? Now, the next thing we need to kind of go over, and I'll bring this guy over to here so that way we can kind of see it. So you see all of these guys there, these guys here, and these guys here. So those are all balls that you swung and missed at. So it picked up that you swung, so this is your bat speed on the swing, but it had no batted ball data. That's because we didn't make contact. So roughly I would say we're probably at about 40% whiff rate right now, 40, 50. Okay. So that is going to be like the biggest thing that we need to work on, right? It's not necessarily can you swing the bat fast enough. It's not can you hit the ball hard enough. The main question is how often can we hit it? Strider, I see you. Is there food over there or something? Oh, I gotcha. Normally one of the guys will leave their Chick-fil-A over there and he tries to get after it. Thank you, sorry. A little inquisitive over there, huh, Strider? So the biggest thing that we need to work on is going to be just that aspect of how often can I make contact, right? And a lot of that is going to come down to that vertical bat angle. A lot of that is going to be that attack angle. So for us, no surprise as well. Let me go back to this guy. One of the other things that we can look at is the average height and the average weight. Okay, so one more refresh. The average height of a 7th and 8th grader that I work with is about 5'7". The average weight of them is about 120 pounds. So you are way bigger than the average 7th and 8th grader that I work with. So it's no surprise that we can swing the bat a little faster. It's no surprise that we can hit the ball a little bit harder, right? You've already mastered, whether it's by your choice or God's gift, you've already mastered the effect of, do I weigh enough? Am I strong enough? I told your dad one of the first things that made me like go, I wonder about this kid. I am intrigued by this kid. When I asked you what other sports do you play, what did you answer with?
American Ninja Warrior.
That is incredible. I've never had that answer, right? So the moment that I have a 7th grader that is your size and it's like, what other sport do you play? American Ninja Warrior. Holy cow. Get in here. Let me work with you. Let's see what we can do. Because, like, there's a lot of good in this, obviously. Like, that's the reason why you can hit the ball harder than some of your teammates. There's a reason why you can hit the ball further than some of your teammates. There's also a reason why they can probably do it more often. You know what I'm saying? So we'll work on also increasing bat speed. We'll also increase a lot of other stuff. But the main thing that we need to attack is how well can I keep my bat in the zone so that way I can make contact and I can do damage. Does that make sense?
help with balance?
I would say the balance is what will help with the consistency. So like if you can't balance throughout your swing, it's going to be very difficult to be consistent with delivering your barrel then, right? Like if you're thinking like American Ninja Warrior, like if you're jumping off of a different spot every single time and you're trying to land in the same spot, you're going to have to jump differently every single time. If you're swinging from a different spot or a different balance point, trying to get to the same pitch every time, that's a different swing every swing. That is tough. The only reason you've been successful, in my opinion, is because of how athletic and how gifted you are when it comes to size. The reason you've failed, however much, if that's been a lot of failure or a little amount of failure, your failure isn't because you're not strong enough. Your failure isn't because you're not big enough. Your failure isn't because you're not athletic enough. It's because our bat path isn't consistent. It's because our timing isn't consistent, which in my opinion all leads to we're not taking the same or similar swing every time. It's like one swing for one pitch every time, and it's hard to make adjustments from that, right? Because if you're going from one type of swing every time and it changes, if you were early on one pitch, next time you're going to swing differently, you might be late, then you might be under it, then you might be over it, and it might be a different thing that's caused that every single time. Whereas what we're going to work on is finding that consistency of being able to deliver that barrel at the same time when you want to. That's going to then, the balance will then kind of clean up with that. Does that make sense? Now, last final thing that we'll kind of rock and roll with. Do you have a dream college that you would like to go to? I'm not expecting you to be like applying to it tomorrow or anything, but like some guys come in as like Vanderbilt, ASU, Florida, Auburn, Texas, whatever it is. Do you have a dream school that you would like to go to?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really think about colleges. I don't like watch college baseball. I don't know like what team has the best like baseball program.
I gotcha. Do you like LA?
I think all we know so far is he wants to play D1 college, right? That's about as far as we got.
Love
We
it.
started looking into, we Googled it the other day, remember, like, what are the best baseball programs in D1? And I can't remember what the heck they said.
It was like Arizona.
Oh, okay. So we did find some locations. Arizona, Maddox. Good luck this season. One of the right fielder, I believe, I trained over at Driveline. Yeah. And then come to find out, I've actually had conversations with his dad. His dad's a head coach in like Minnesota. And years ago, me and him had a back and forth going over some stuff. And then I'm in Washington. All of a sudden, this kid comes through and we're just chatting. I was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he tells me, "I've worked with someone from there." And I go back through, and me and his dad had chatted before. Yeah, he's at the University of Arizona right now. Oh, yeah. Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
What are the top 3 baseball programs?
Arizona's probably going to be up there. Texas is going to be a really good one. Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Florida. There you go. So, and again, like I'm not saying that whatever you tell me now is where you got to apply to tomorrow, but like you threw out the Florida. All right. So, I went through about 3 years ago, and I found the average height and weight for every single player that went to the D1 College World Series. So over on this guy, we're going to see in this top area. So this is D1. So the average height of a D1 player that went to the College World Series was about 6 foot. The average weight of the player that went to the College World Series was 198 pounds. I also then split this out by positions. So what position do you play?
Third base and pitcher.
Third base and pitcher. Now, I don't care about pitchers, so let's go over third base.
Okay.
So I combined third base with first base and catcher. Those are going to be the most quote-unquote kind of similar body types. So the average third baseman, first baseman, catcher that played in the D1 College World Series is about 6'1", 208 pounds. Now, a lot of players would be like, wow, that's pretty big. That's also D1. That's like the top. What about D2? 6 foot, 198 pounds. D3, 6 foot, 198 pounds. NAIA, 6 foot, 198 pounds. Junior colleges, 6'1", 205, 6 foot, 200, 6 foot, 201. All the teams that won the national championship. So the D1 champion, D2 champion, D3 champion. I found the averages of all of those. 6'1", 206 pounds.
Yeah.
So if you won the national championship playing third base, catcher, or first base, that was where you were at.
That's great.
Now, that is to kind of just put us on a plan, put us on an idea. A lot of the time I'll talk with players and they're at 104 pounds, 105 pounds. Like, hey, buddy, we got to get a lot of work in. Again, you're gifted, right? So I've worked with some other players that have been gifted like yourself where we don't have to worry about that stuff. You don't have to put that time, that energy, that effort into trying to get bigger right now. What we can work on is working on that bat path. So there are certain things that you don't need to work on that other teammates do, vice versa. You have some teammates that their bat path is impeccable, amazing, but they swing the bat a quarter of your speed, so the ball never goes anywhere, but they make contact all the time. Whereas you right now, we swing the bat pretty well, we don't always make contact all the time. So it's trying to find out what is your lowest hanging fruit and how do we approach that. That's going to be mostly for us working on that bat path. Sound good? Do you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns for me right now? I know it's a lot of information right away, but I'm excited to keep working with you, dude. These guys are all in high school. They've been all in here for over a year. The 7 o'clock slot is where all these guys start. So if you guys keep doing the 6 o'clock, feel free to hang out here as long as you want. Chat with them, ask them questions. Like, they've gone through all of this. They've gone through being in 7th grade and 8th grade, the transition. So like, if you have questions, ask them. I would also say, if you want to, just sit and watch. Notice, how do they handle failure? When they swing and miss, are they throwing shit? Are they making an adjustment? Ask them, why are you using that super short bat? Why do you have an eye patch over your eye? Why are you balancing on a block? Why are you freezing like a statue? Like, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff in here that we've kind of talked a little bit about our practice. This is where you can see someone that's been doing it for over a year. What does that look like? Does that make sense? Beauty. Appreciate you, Bubba. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your help with that, too.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I really do. And whatever I can do, just let me know.
Honestly, whenever you guys come in, if you want to help me clean the wheels, I might need a little help with writing on the whiteboard. But outside of that,
I can vacuum, I can clean outside.
let's go.
I can do whatever you want.